Hi there! Today I'm sharing something special. It's an old family recipe of a lemon cocoa cake. It's crazy moist, soft, and just melt in your mouth. I'm Violet and welcome to Violet's Home Food channel. Let's get started. This recipe doesn't require any complicated cooking skills. Firstly, we need to grind butter with icing sugar. You don't need to do this until it's perfectly mashed, just stir the butter and icing sugar a little with a fork. I add 5 egg yolks and now mix a little better. In a few seconds I'll switch from the fork mode to the whisk mode. Pour in the sour cream and stir until smooth. I mix dry ingredients separately. Here I have a mix of flour and baking powder. Sift the dry mix into the wet part of the dough. At this stage the dough needs to be kneaded until smooth, so then there will be no flour lumps. Set the dough aside for now. I take the whites from the 5 eggs we used earlier, a pinch of salt, and whip them with a hand mixer for about 3-5 minutes. I start with a low speed for about a minute and continue whipping on high until ready. This is not a meringue, just very fluffy whipped egg whites. Divide whites into 2 parts, a larger and a smaller one as shown in the video. Pour a large part of the whites into the dough and very carefully, smoothly, with movements from the bottom to top, combine them together until smooth. Separate 3-4 tablespoons of the dough into another bowl. This will be the basis for the cocoa layer. Add the lemon zest into the large part of the dough and finish lemon layer. Sift the cocoa powder into the previously set aside dough. Knead it very carefully so there will be no cocoa lumps in the cake. Finally, add the cocoa mass into the smaller part of the egg whites. You may ask why I divided egg whites in such a strange way. Since cocoa adds density to the dough, we need to make it a little more liquidy, and that's why egg whites are well suited for this role. Okay, 2 types of dough are ready, and let's start creating the cake. Cover the metal shape with a parchment. The diameter of the shape is 23 centimeters. First, pour in the lemon dough as a base. Flatten out well so there will be no air bubbles or voids. I spread the cocoa layer with a tablespoon around the perimeter of the shape, as if I were forming chocolate balls in a lemon base. Take a toothpick or a tube, in my case it's a sushi stick. Gently, as if drawing a circle, lightly connect 2 layers together. I call it a choco swirl. Lightly beat the shape, scroll it sharply on the table several times so that the dough settles evenly and has no voids after baking. Bake at 170 degrees for 50-55 minutes. Take the cake out of the shape immediately after baking so it doesn't get wet, and let it cool down a bit on the table. I powder the cake a little with the icing sugar. You can cover it with the chocolate icing or eat it simple without nothing. The cake is very fluffy and moist. It's a perfect dessert for evening gatherings with a cup of tea, which doesn't require much efforts. If you enjoyed this recipe, leave a comment or share your result with me. Don't forget to subscribe, more recipes every week. Big hug, yours Violet.